Okay, let's start mixing up some pumpkin pie filling. While that pie crust is par baking, you're gonna put 2 large eggs in a bowl and you're just gonna beat them really well. I like to use room temperature eggs. I think it does better when you're baking. Mix the eggs until you don't see any of the egg white left. That looks pretty good. See? No egg whites left. Alright. Now we're going to take our pumpkin pie pack, and you want pure pumpkin, 100%. You do not want pumpkin pie mix for this. You want pumpkin puree. It will say pure pumpkin, 100% on the front of the can. If your can says pumpkin pie filling, follow the directions on the back of that can and use a par-baked shell like we're doing with this too. And you will have a nice pumpkin pie. It's just not going to be quite, to me, I don't like the mix. I like the flavors that I put in here. That's what you want to look for. It doesn't have to be Libby's, it can be the store brand, but just make sure it says pure pumpkin. And I'm going to mix this in with my eggs. Okay, we've got that mixed in pretty well. We're going to add 3/4 of a cup of sugar. And then our spices. There's 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to add that in with the sugar now. It's really not a hard pie to make, to me. Now, I like my homemade vanilla, and we're going to use a teaspoon of it. You can use any good vanilla. And on the back of the can for pumpkin pie, it doesn't usually have these flavorings in it. And to me, that's what sets this apart. I will now use about 1.5 teaspoons of rum flavoring. I love the smell of that. I'm going to mix those in. And now we're going to mix in 1 can of evaporated milk. I've never tried using heavy cream or milk in place of this, so I don't know if that's going to be a good substitute. But the evaporated milk is very shelf stable and lasts a long time in your pantry. Do not do this on high unless you want to get spack. Just pour it in a little at a time and mix it in. Try to use as low a setting on your mixer as you can. You can mix it by hand if you'd like. I just go around with my spatula and make sure we got everything off the bottom. And I scrape my spatula because there's a lot of pumpkin stuck to that too. If you have little ones that like to lick the beaters, don't let them do it on this. It's not probably a good idea. I'm not one that gets real skittish about raw eggs and licking the batter and stuff, but in pumpkin pie filling, I don't recommend it. And now we're going to get our pie crust, and we're going to fill it up with our filling. Get it. If you have laminate counters like I do, try not to put hot things on it. I have a little trivet underneath this to keep it from burning. Your beads, your pie weights are hot. So don't touch them with your hand. They just come out of the oven. You can take them out using your parchment paper. Just kind of fold it up and put it in a bowl beside you. So yeah, put it in my bowl. Now, the pie crust has partially baked. And that way, hopefully, this bottom won't be soggy when we go to eat it. Now, I fill mine up as far as I can without going over the sides. This little bit that's left in here, if you've got some little ramekins, you can kind of butter those and then pour the rest of that into a ramekin. My daughter does not like pie crust, so that's what I do, because she loves the pie filling, but she doesn't like the crust. So I make her a special little ramekin. All right, we're gonna put this in the oven, finish cooking for another, I'd say, 35 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out clean in the center. These are a Thanksgiving must at my house, and I'll be back as soon as it's done cooking to show you what it looks like. All right, our pumpkin pie is done and out of the oven, and I'm gonna let it cool, and we're gonna eat this tomorrow with some frozen Cool Whip. Yes, I said frozen because that's the way we like it. But y'all get in the kitchen and make you some pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a great day.